na wewe ndo unanifaa.
Greetings! Welcome to my channel, Just Joy being Joy, and guess what? I'm Joy. So today we're cooking Sunday dinner and we're doing a crab soup. Doesn't take a lot, real simple. You get a chance to see how I go about doing my crab soup. Today we're using claw meat, and we're not gonna have any claw pieces. Something quick, something yummy, something cozy on this fall evening. So we're gonna start off with our cornbread. What is soup without having cornbread? So we're gonna have some cornbread. I already preheated the oven. The oven is 400. Package instructions, just some Jiffy honey cornbread. So I'm using 2 boxes. And I like my cornbread a little sweet, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna add 2 eggs. So why my egg don't wanna come out? That's okay. And we're going to add a little bit of oil. Just a little bit. And I'm gonna add a splash of vanilla. That's my splash. We're gonna do, this is 1 cup, so we're not gonna use this much. But we just sprinkle some sugar in there. And this is almond milk, vanilla. I poured the 1/2 cup, but we're gonna see. We want this to be a little bit lumpy, not a whole lot. When I cook, rule of thumb. If it's supposed to be wet, I want it wet. If it's supposed to be dry, I want it dry. If it's supposed to be crunchy or crispy, that's how I want it. So, this is a little tight. And I'm using a fork, not a mixer. And I'm gradually adding the almond milk. I'm whipping it up. I have my black skillet already oiled, sitting to the side. Preparation is always the key. And we get the small things out the way first. I'm gonna do a little bit more milk. That's looking good. Again, I like sugar in my cornbread. I want to leave some of the lumps. Just a few. This consistency is good for me. You see that? And I still have a little lumps in it, okay? Just a day. I don't want to go overboard. Okay. So I know that's perfect. Okay, I used 2 boxes of corn meal. I used less than 1/2 cup of, maybe the whole half. 1/2 cup of almond milk, that was vanilla. A little bit of oil, that was vegetable oil. I used 2 eggs. We're keeping some of the lumps. A little bit of sugar. I would say less than 1/4 cup, definitely. You can make that decision on how you prefer your cornbread. I used a splash of vanilla, and that was it. Let me grab my pan. Oven already preheated, 400 degrees. Okay. Yes. My mom used to make crab soup. And she used to pair it with cornbread too. But I got a chance to put a spin on it. But she always had real blue crabs in hers. And I'm going to use claw crab meat. Show you a little shortcut. Okay, I'm going to pop this in the oven. I'll be right back. Okay, so we have our cornbread in the oven. That's going to cook between 15 and 20 minutes. We'll keep an eye out on that so it won't burn and overcook. Now we're going to prepare the crab soup. My mom was known for making good crab soup. And I love the fact that I get the opportunity to copy her good recipes. So we're going to start with 1 pound of claw crab meat. This was probably about $13.99 at my grocery store, okay? We're starting with the base. I have some seafood stock. I'm using 1 box. And this does not take long. We're using 1 box of the seafood stock. You can use chicken broth if you prefer, veggie broth, that's up to you. And you're gonna season it the way you like to. I'm using veggie broth now. I use half the box of the veggie broth. And then I'll decide later if I need to add more, okay? I'm doing 1 can of diced tomatoes because this will be a tomato base. I'm using another can of diced tomatoes, okay? I'm using 1 can of mixed vegetables. And you see, I kept the liquid on. This is onions and celery already diced. I'm only using half of that. And I'm also going to use, let me get me a spoon. Be right back. Okay, I grabbed me a smaller spoon. This is a small can of tomato paste. So I'm adding that to this soup. So I grabbed a smaller spoon so I can get all of it out. Watching out for my cornbread. Remember, you're the cook. You gotta keep the control, okay? And we don't want anything burning. So now I'm stirring that up a bit, trying to decide if I'm gonna add any more veggies. I do have some diced potatoes, just 1. I like to add an additional bit of potatoes because the canned ones do not have a lot in it. So I added another potato. I'm gonna use all of that. Okay. And why not? I might as well dump a little bit more of my onions and celery. Yeah. I wanna see my veggies float all through. Now we're gonna season this baby up. This is something simple. This is something quick, inexpensive, and you can feed your family, okay? So I'm doing a little Himalayan salt, the pink salt. And you already know, Brown Sugar Kitchen by Joy, all-purpose seasoning. Just a little bit of this because the Old Bay that I'm gonna use, accented black pepper, is a bit salty. We're gonna put some parsley flakes in here. Garlic, smoked paprika, black pepper. And I'm not going too heavy because I want to add my Old Bay. Crushed red peppers for a little kick. 2 dashes of cayenne pepper. This is onion powder, not a lot. I'm going lighter today. Now we're going to do our Old Bay seasoning. Yeah. We're going to be kind of generous, but we'll see. So I'm seasoning this baby up. And you see it's full of veggies. Has this tomato base. And I'm going to add maybe just a dash of olive oil. I need to grab that as well. Hold tight. Okay, you see how she looking? That Dutch oven got that thing boiling. It's boiling. It's on low heat. I added the oil, just a bit, and I added a tablespoon of minced garlic. No more, no less. And it's going. And it looks good. Very, very chunky. Crab meat all through it. Look, I couldn't even show you the crab meat. But I will. Crab meat all through it. It's just going, okay? And I'm using a silicone spatula in order to stir, so I won't scratch out my Dutch oven. That's a rule of thumb also. And it'll simmer probably about 25-30 minutes. And I'm gonna put the top back on it. Meanwhile, the cornbread is ready. I'm letting it cool just a bit. And to top that off, I'll add some butter to it. Be back in a minute. You can also add crab pieces. You can add mussels if you like. That's up to you. I just showed you a simple, quick crab soup recipe that you can make in about 30-35 minutes. Didn't cost me a lot, again, and it smells beautiful. You see that? Yeah. Okay, as you can see, it's cooking down. You see that it's evaporating some. This is coming to an end. It's almost done. So what I'm going to do is add me a few bay leaves because it's almost done, and I'm going to stir them up. That's one of the key ingredients to crab soup is that bay leaf. It gives it that extra oomph, just like my mom used to do. And I'm gonna give it a few more minutes, and then we'll be ready to plate this up, okay? If you feel like you need to adjust your seasonings, add a little bit of something, now is the time that you would. I'm good. I'm content with how it looks and how it tastes. That's it for me. Well, everything's done. So we have our crab soup with claw crab meat, and it's yummy. So I'm about to plate it up. I have my cornbread. It's already been buttered. I've cut me a nice old healthy size piece to go with my soup. And now let's get ourselves a bowl. It looks so yummy. It looks so good. And I'm going to put that broth on there. And what I'm going to do, because I'm extra and I like spice, okay? That's some green onions. Topping it off. And a dash, 2-3 dashes of Old Bay seasoning. So, cleaning up has been done. I just need to let this cool off, okay? Thanks for stopping by. Glad to have you. Come on back again. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Miracles and blessings.
Na wewe ndo unanifaa, wengi wa